Want to know how to create the perfect reel? In this video, I'm going to walk through the elements it takes to create a good reel that someone actually wants to watch, save, share, and gets you views to grow your account. I'm going to give you a complete guide to creating those reels so that you can create better reels faster to get better results. My name is Michelle Gifford. I'm a brand and marketing strategist. I specialize in social media. I have an agency, so I'm not only doing this for me, but I'm doing it for my clients. I'm excited you're here. First thing to focus on is the quality of our reels. Instagram told us it matters. You're competing with other content, and if your reels not showing up as high quality images, it makes it easier for people to scroll on. There are simple fixes to getting good quality videos. First, record your videos in 4K. Instagram uploads videos in 4K, so let's record our videos in 4K. The next thing is we want to make sure that this one setting is turned on that allows for high quality videos to be uploaded to our account. We're going to go to the three lines at the top. Then settings, scroll to media quality. Make sure upload at highest quality is turned on. We'll make sure that our video files aren't compressed when we upload a reel to Instagram, so that will maintain the quality of the videos that we create. The next thing with great quality videos is using good lighting. So this doesn't cost anything. Let me show you what it looks like when I am recording using a window versus not good lighting. Right now I have the window is here, then my phone, and then my face. See how my face is evenly lit? I look great. Look when I turn and I put my camera this way. You can see the window is behind me, so I'm backlit, and so my face is pretty dark and I have harsh shadows. Much different than this. I recommend going around your house, finding the places in your home that have good lighting, paying attention to the time of day that it has good lighting, and cleaning up a little space so you can video without thinking about it. Whenever you're ready to create, you have a place at your house like, oh, it's in the afternoon. My upstairs bedroom is going to have better lighting, so I'm going to go up there. The next thing is having good sound. You can have good sound by not having a lot of background noise, going to a quiet place. That's why you'll see people take videos in their car because it's quiet, pretty sound resistant. If you want to take that to the next level, you can get a simple mic. I have one that just plugs in. There's two pieces to it. One plugs in here and one clips on his lapel, or you can hold it. And it's like $15 on Amazon. I'm going to link mine below. Good sound will make you stand out on Instagram. Next, I think about the content I'm creating. I want to create the right kind of content so I can bring in the right kind of people. If I am a vegan account where I'm cooking and sharing vegan recipes, I'm not going to have one-offs with a bunch of meat. That doesn't make sense. It's not going to bring in the right person. We have to niche down. When I'm creating content, I think, will my person care? C-A-R-E. I create content, it needs to do one of these things. Does it connect with my audience? Build a community with my followers. A, is it actionable? Is it something that they can take and do and make their life better right now? Does it solve an immediate problem? Is it relatable? Is it something where they say, oh my gosh, that is so me? Or is it entertaining? Is it something that will make them feel something, laugh, make them want to share? If it's not one of those things, then I need to think of other content. We create content to connect with our audience, to get them to stop, know who we are, and to build that community and connection with them. And if we are not spending time creating content that they care about, they're not going to stop. We're going to be another post to scroll by. But if we really think about our niche, really think about the person that we're serving, and think about how can I show up and connect with them, give them an actionable tip, or help them relate or entertain them, that is going to be something that they're going to want to stop their scroll for and really pay attention to. One post is not going to tell your whole life story. It shouldn't. One post should not tell all of my Instagram strategy. No one is coming on Instagram to consume in that way. You may come to YouTube, you may come to a podcast, and you're like, okay, this is an hour long. On Instagram, we are just consuming bite-sized pieces of content. One of my students put it this way. I used to create content serving a whole 4-course meal. Then I realized, no, that's not what I'm doing on Instagram. I am just giving them little snacks. Don't have to have one post do all of these things because it's too much, it's too complicated. We're gonna break down our content into small bite-sized pieces so they're easily consumed. Next, think about watch time. Instagram updated its analytics. The analytics that Instagram's showing us tell us what Instagram is caring about with our reels. So let's go to one that I recently posted. We're going to go to our insights. This hasn't been posted very long, so hasn't been shown to many people, but we can learn from it. The first thing we look at is views. Now, I created this post to nurture my audience, not to grow my audience. And so you'll see the views is 80% followers and 20% non-followers. That's actually great because I created this for my audience. If I had created an attraction piece of content, then I would want those numbers flipped. I would want more non-followers to find me with this piece of content. This views over time shows us how quickly our content was being pushed down. And then the one that we're going to look for is this retention. This is where it is showing the retention rate. It's the percentage of views from people who continue to watch a reel at this time step instead of swiping away. Skip rate is the percentage of views from people who skipped during the first 3 seconds of your reel. This is calculated as the number of views that skipped during the first 3 seconds divided by the number of initial views. Watch time, the total amount of time your reel was played, including replaying, average watch time, the average amount of time. So you'll see that skip rate, you have a 50%, and it will compare this reel with your previous reels. Then you have the watch time, that's the total amount of time that people have watched, and then the average watch time. I like the retention because you can click and see when people leave. If it's in the first 3 seconds, I might need to think about my hook. What's on screen? What am I doing? Is this the right content for my audience? You can start paying attention to the times that people are falling off. Then you have this graph down here of when people like your. That is good to watch because you can see at what point are people most engaged and are taking action. So because we know that Instagram is looking for those things, then we need to do some things about it, right? We need to create to get people to watch longer because Instagram's goal is to keep people on the app by pushing content people like. It all starts with a great hook. People say our attention spans are getting shorter. What I think is happening is maybe not that my attention span is getting shorter. I can read a book for hours. I can be interested in a softball game for a long time. I have the ability to keep my attention in one place. With content, especially social media, there's so much competition that our minds are getting really good at editing out the ones that don't matter to us, that we don't need. And so we as content creators have to get good at creating hooks that get people to stop the scroll because they call out to them, that they interest them, that it makes them curious. There are different types of hooks. Verbal hook, that's the words we say when the reel first starts. There's the written hook, that's the words on the screen when the reel starts. And then there's the visual, what's happening on the screen, and the words underneath the reel. You need to have a hook in the caption. We have changed how we create hooks. It used to be we would create hooks like 5 ways to grow on Instagram. And that was good enough. It's just not good enough anymore because that's not getting clicks. Now the things that are getting clicks are curiosity-driven hooks. Instead of saying 5 ways to grow on Instagram, we say the one strategy I'm using to grow on Instagram right now that no one else is talking about. Something that makes me curious, speaks to me specifically, and I want to grow on Instagram. Those hooks are always going to be better. We want to have that hook in the first 3 seconds of the reel. When someone starts watching, it needs to pop up. We need something visual happening. That could be as simple as putting on lip gloss while talking because it gives people something to look at. It could be you drinking something out of your mug, right? It could be you just leaning into the camera. Visual hooks don't have to be huge to be effective, but having some type of movement when the video starts is huge. With the verbal and text hook on the screen, if you are feeling like, ooh, I don't know what to do. Well, I have a 2 years worth of hooks. There's a link in the caption. I already have written out a ton of hooks, so make sure you click on that link. Then we have the caption hook. We need a caption hook because we only see one line before we have to push or tap see more. We have to make that line worth it for people so that it actually makes them want to read the rest. Some people don't put much in a caption. The reason I like a caption is that it gives me more space to use keywords. It gives me another way to interact with my audience. And if someone does read the caption, then guess what's going on in the background is that my reel is going, right? My reel is still moving as they're reading the caption. View rate goes up and watch time goes up and my retention goes up. I want to keep that retention up. Putting a caption, having those keywords in it to help Instagram understand what my content's about is really key in helping our content get to the right people. Next up is having a good edit. Now listen, because you're using social media to grow your business, you are a content creator. It is our job to make sure we are creating easy to consume content. We want to make sure we have quick edits where you are changing something in the screen every about 2 to 3 seconds. And that might seem like a lot, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It could be a different vantage point. It could be a different background. It could be just a zoom in. It could be some text that pop in or a picture or a button. Every 2 to 3 seconds captures my attention. If we do this, people will watch longer and our retention rate goes up. If you want me to ruin movies, if you pay attention in almost every movie or commercial, about every 3 seconds there is a change on the screen, whether it's movement, different perspective, or scene. You can count it. Something changes every 3 seconds. And so we've got to take our cues from, the professionals. That's what they're doing, and we can do that with our goal is to create content that is easy to consume. We are going to edit out unnecessary words, pauses, all those things that make it harder for our audience to consume our content. We're going to be ruthless in our editing so that we keep our edits really tight and edit out anything that does not add to our message. Always add captions. You can add captions on the Instagram app, but if you edit, you can add more engaging captions. Do you see how this one, it's highlighting the word as I say it? That helps people stick around because they're watching something that they're reading and they can see what's coming. And because of the caption changes, it is more eye-catching. Next, let's talk about trending audio. Trending audio has been used for a long time to help get our content seen by more people. How do you find trending audio? I'm going to show you a couple ways and what I look for when choosing my audio. Go to your professional dashboard, to inspiration, then to audio. And this is going to give you a list of audio that Instagram thinks that you're going to like. It also will show you what's popular with my followers. You'll see that if there's an arrow, it means that this audio is trending. It's not going down yet. You'll also see to the left, you'll see green, and green means go ahead and use those. But I will do a caveat because you'll see this one has 1.4 million uses. I actually wouldn't use that because I would say that that audio is on its way out. Trending audio goes in an arc. We want to be on the beginning part before it hits its peak, because we have a bigger chance of having that audio help us seen by more people. I am trying to find audio that has less views, between 10 and 15,000 uses. So we'll see this one has 12,000 uses. I like to go to the first few videos and see if they have millions of views. If they do, I know the audio is good enough that people will listen to it and use. And so that's another thing I look for when I'm looking for trending audio. So you'll see this one has almost 45 million views. That's bananas. When I find something I like, I can save it, send it to someone, or I can just scroll a little bit and I can use audio. Then from there, it's like pops up and here I am. Another way is finding a reel that I like and using the audio from it. I will click on the reel, and in the right corner is a little square with a picture in it. I'm going to click. Then I'll be able to look at this content and see if I want to use this. I can either use audio, I can save or share it as well. And if you want a really easy way to find trending audio, I send out a couple trending audios every week so that you don't have to look for them. So I'm going to leave a link to get on my email list for that. Now that you know how to create a quality video, get audio, create great content, and know the hooks, but maybe you're stuck on the next step, having a content strategy. If you don't have an account that's ready to get people to follow you, you can create great reels, but you won't get follows. I have a video where I walk through how to audit your Instagram account. If you're ready for the next step with content strategy and don't understand how to build that, I have a mini course that will walk you through how to do that. You can click that link below. I show you how to take 2 hours and plan out 2 weeks of content. It's what I use for me. It's what I use for my agency. It doesn't take very long to get through or to create that content, but you can rest assured that your content is actually helping you achieve your goals. I am excited to see what you do with your content. If you have follow-up questions, leave a comment. Make sure you're following, and we'll see you next.